I'm going to open ceremony by burning some Palo Santo to clear our energy, clear our space. And then I'm just going to talk a little bit about the full moon ceremony and why I hold these ceremonies. Because some people are not aware of it. The ones that have been attending, you probably know what a full moon ceremony is all about. But basically, with the full moon, the moon becomes illuminated, so we get to see what it is that we are needing to heal or release and move forward from. So with the full moon, it allows us to take this chance to work with the energy of the moon, which has to do with the mother energy, releasing all of these old wounds, these old traumas, these old situations in our life that no longer serve us. And it's not just releasing, but it's also a wonderful time for giving gratitude to what did happen for us from the previous cycle and what also didn't happen for us from the previous cycle, okay? It's all about paying attention to our harvest and giving it gratitude. And even if it didn't, happen or come true for us, what do we learn from it? Maybe it wasn't what we really wanted. Maybe it wasn't in the highest good for us to get whatever it was we wanted from our last moon cycle. So every full moon, new moon, you get a chance to do over. You get a chance to set new intentions and continue forward. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to be offering a gratitude for what worked for us, what didn't work, and we're also going to be releasing anything that has been on our minds and our emotional bodies, any persons. And with the full moon being in Leo, it has to do with relationships a lot. So I don't know if it's already been happening for any of you guys. You might have noticed certain relationships coming up, either with your mom or your partner or your family, or your friends, your coworkers. Just relationships in general might have been highlighted for you as the days were getting closer to this full moon. You might have seen that. You might have also seen that it might have been going the opposite way. Maybe things are happening for you wonderfully, and it's actually unfolding as it should, relationships, wise. So those are the kind of things you want to pay attention to when the full moon is in Leo, and then realizing what you need to release, around relationships, around love. Leo has a lot to do with love. They are the best people when it comes to love. They love, and they love to give love. And to them, they're in this dreamy, it's kind of like that hopeless romantic. That's what Leo energy is all about. So, and it's also about, taking courage, having courage, and going after what we do want in life, not just relationships, but in life in general. Taking that leap of faith, even though we don't know what's on the other end, because what happens is when we take that leap of faith, we finally get that courage. We get that courage and we get that motivation that comes along. So, all right, looks like everybody's here. And if you guys want to go ahead and grab your water, grab your journals, get comfortable and seated. We're going to do a little meditation in the beginning, and then we're going to jump into some card readings at the end, okay? And just a little bit of chatting. Okay, so go ahead and get comfortable. I'm just gonna light my candle so we can get started. And just, keep in mind of all the things that you might wanna let go and release in this ceremony, so that when we get into the meditation, it comes up easier for you and you see it and you're able to process it, okay? All right. Let's get started. I think this is all there is that's going to show up. If everyone could just close their eyes, and I'm going to guide you into dropping into your heart space, which is located at the center of your chest at the bottom of your sternum. And can you guys just give me a quick thumbs up, making sure you guys hear me before I continue? I don't want to go into this and you guys can't hear me. Okay, awesome. Okay. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose and release out through your mouth. Again, another deep breath in through your nose and release out of your mouth, pulling your shoulders back and allowing them to drop down. And one more breath in through your nose and release out of your mouth. And as you release, feel yourself dropping down into your heart space, located at the center of your chest, at the bottom of your sternum. See that portal opening up for you, like a star that's shining brightly, dropping into a beautiful, deep, crystal clear lake. And now you find yourself just floating in that lake, feeling the water gently caressing you and supporting you as you're floating in that beautiful, still lake. And go ahead and see yourself floating towards the edge of the shore. Once you feel the sand beneath you, go ahead and make your way up. And you're going to notice a beautiful illuminated path in front of you. And this beautiful, deep, ruby red color just glowing in front of you. Start making your way down that path, following it until you get to a clearing. And in that clearing, you're going to see some beautiful animals, butterflies, plant spirits, all of your guides from nature, peeking through, coming into the clearing, welcoming you into the space. And as you continue to walk further down the path, you're going to make your way to your sacred space, your sacred lodge in your mind, in your heart space. Big, beautiful lodge. Go ahead and start making your way into that lodge. And before you step in that lodge, right at the entrance, just imagine this huge matchstick striking down your body, causing a flame to cleanse and clear your energy, removing all your thoughts, your emotions, your tension out of the way, clearing it, cleansing you right before you step into that lodge. And just right after you step in, you'll also see a beautiful garment set out just for you. And you're going to pick it up and put it on. See what it looks like. Feel what it feels like on your skin. See the textures. Perhaps it even has a smell that you're familiar with. You might even have a headpiece of some sort, or maybe a crown. After you put on your garment, you're going to make your way to the center of the lodge, where you're going to be entering your sacred circle with all the beautiful souls that have gathered today in this ceremony. We greet each other as if we knew each other for many, many, many lifetimes. And in the center of that sacred circle, you'll see this beautiful fire burning, bright orange, red flame burning. And you're going to take your seat in that sacred circle, making yourself comfortable. Go ahead and take one deep breath in for me and through your nose. And release it. And as you release it, you'll see your guides, your masters, teachers, and loved ones of the highest light and love stepping through that fire to assist you on this journey. See them coming through the fire, stepping forward. They're going to surround you and place their hands on your forehead. And as they do, you're going to feel your whole body illuminate, the light traveling through your body from the top of your head, through your face, down through your chest area, going down your arms, releasing, activating, relaxing every part of your body that it touches. And as this beautiful light moves and twirls down your torso, you feel your spine waking up. All the cells in that area tingling and moving with joy and life. See it continue down your legs, twirling, moving through every inch of your muscles, your cells, your bones, your blood, your veins, every part of it, sending life. See it going down your knees, down your calves, and making its way down to your feet as it wakes up your feet chakra. When it travels back up, and as it travels back up to your tailbone, you're going to release your grounding cord down through all the layers of the earth, through all the dirt, the mud, the water, right down until you get to the center of the earth, to the heart of Gaia, of Mother Earth. And you're going to see this big crystalline ball of energy just glowing with life. You're going to plug right in or root in, whichever works best for you. And as you do, that light travels down your grounding cord into the heart of Mother Earth, allowing for this wonderful channel of energy, of life force to flow through you freely. Go ahead and take a deep breath in for me. And as you do, you're pulling up Mother Earth energy up through your feet chakra. This deep red energy. Go ahead and release your breath and feel it traveling up through your legs, your torso, your chest area, your throat, your face and your head, and pouring right out at the top of your head. Cleansing and clearing your auric field. This wonderful force field that's around you. See it filling up with this beautiful deep red, almost like the color of lava. It's just washing, cleansing, and clearing you. Melting away any calcification in your body, any old wounds, healing it. And when you're ready, go ahead and flush it back down. All the way down, back down to your grounding cord, all the way to Mother Earth, where she will receive it and transmute it into love and light for you. Now that you're grounded, we're going to go ahead and make our way into the flames. See it all around you. You're either sitting in it or standing in it. As we get ready to release and let go of anything that doesn't serve us anymore. I want you to recall a situation, a person, or any feeling that is coming up for you in this moment to release and let go of. See that person in front of you. See that situation unfolding in front of you. Feel the emotions that you are feeling at that time. Allow yourself to feel it in this safe container. Let it come through and allow yourself to say or express whatever it is that you want to say to that person or that situation. Say whatever it was that you held back. or you pushed down and decided to not release at that moment in time. Now is your chance to let it go, release it, say it to this person. Almost like a charge, almost like you're reading out what they've done to you, how they've hurt you, how this made you feel. Allow yourself to feel the emotions. And after you said what you needed to say, we're going to say a forgiveness prayer to help you release this and really let go. And you can say this with me in your heart space. You're going to say, I have been hurt in the past, knowingly and unknowingly, and I forgive and release it. I have been hurt in the past, knowingly and unknowingly, and I forgive and release it. I have been hurt in the past, knowingly and unknowingly, and I forgive and I release it. Go ahead and take one deep breath in. And as you let your breath out, see this person or situation dissolve like ashes in the flames, floating away, floating off into the ethers, back to where it belongs. And next, I want you to call in a person that you have hurt in the past. Allow yourself to see this person or situation where you hurt someone. See them in front of you. It could be you. It could be your mom, your dad, a friend, coworker. Whoever this person is, allow them to appear in front of you. And you're going to express what you want to express to this person on how they made you feel. And then how you've hurt them in this situation. And what you're going to do is you're going to ask for forgiveness from this person, either by giving them a hug or saying it, or just feeling it in your heart. Feeling yourself forgiving. And whether this person in your mind receives it or not, you're going to give it to them. You're going to allow it. And you're going to repeat this forgiveness prayer. I have hurt others in the past, knowingly and unknowingly, and I forgive and release it. I have hurt others in the past, knowingly and unknowingly, and I forgive and release it. I have hurt others in the past, knowingly and unknowingly, and I forgive and release it. And go ahead and take a deep breath in for me, in through your nose. And release it out through your mouth. And see that person dissolving into ashes in the flames, floating away into the ethers, back to where it belongs. And lastly, I want you to call up yourself, either your inner child or you in a moment where you have hurt yourself or felt hurt within yourself. See yourself in front of you. Now I want you to express what you want to express to yourself. Feel the emotions that you want to feel towards yourself and embrace yourself. And as you do, I want you to repeat this forgiveness prayer. I have hurt myself in the past, knowingly and unknowingly, and I forgive and I release it. I have hurt myself in the past, knowingly and unknowingly, and I forgive and release it. I have hurt myself in the past, knowingly and unknowingly, and I forgive and release it. Go ahead and take another deep breath in for me and release it, and see it dissolving into ashes and floating away into the ethers. And now I want you to see this flame surrounding you, illuminating even brighter and changing its color to this beautiful violet flame, the flame of transmutation and release. And you're going to repeat this prayer. I release all heavy energies related to these experiences into the light, allowing them to move along their spiritual evolution and be brought fully into completion. And so it is. And see this flame sending this beautiful violet light, sending all these energies completely and clearly into the ethers, like a beam of light shooting up into the sky, sending all of it. And as the flame dies down, you're going to see a power word for you appear And it may appear in the flames in front of you, or you may just hear it in your mind. You may just feel it in your heart. But this power word is the word that's going to help you carry on, carry forward your intentions down your path going forward. Go ahead and see this power word seep into your heart like a beautiful dancing energy, just seeping into your heart, softening it, creating ease and joy and lightness in you. And now you're going to step out of the flames and see yourself back in the sacred circle. You're going to bow down with your hands at prayer position, thanking your masters, your teachers, and your loved ones, and all the beautiful souls that have gathered tonight for this ceremony, for their loving support and guidance, and releasing this. When after you said your goodbyes, I'm going to release them and see them walking back into the flames, back to where they belong. And you're going to make your way out of the cabin, out of the lodge, down, back into the clearing, thanking your spirit animals as you're walking down that beautiful ruby red illuminated path, making your way back to that lake. Take a deep breath in for me and call yourself back into your body. Release your breath and start feeling your hands, your feet. Shake your body and move. Bring awareness back into your body and opening your eyes when you're ready. Looks like somebody got lost. Okay, they're back. All right. So hopefully everybody's back now. I just want to know how everybody feels. So if you can just type in the chat how you're feeling, any aha moments or what came up for you if you want to share that. Krista says, fabulous, awesome. And she got the word dignity. Ooh, I love that. Deb is saying she's feeling very relaxed and calm. Awesome. Okay. So now we're going to go into, Nancy says, very relaxing. Deb says, free to move on after letting go. Yes, that's what we are wanting to do. And Arlene, resilience. Oh, I love that. And then Donna Marie says, I feel lighter. Yes. And you should. You're meant to feel lighter. So what I'm going to do now is, Arlene says, yet empowering. And Donna Marie says, my world where I am ready. Yes, exactly. And I love that. I love it because with Leo in the full moon, we're being called to really boldly and bravely let go of these difficult things about ourselves or other individuals, because we have to remember, everyone carries their own wounds and their own hurts, and sometimes we don't intend to unleash it on each other, but when we do, we develop this guilt or sometimes resentment or this negative charge in us, and we really have to bring ourselves to release it somehow. And that's when it's best, is when we come to these full moon ceremonies and we gather as a group and we let go of these energies that don't serve us anymore, right? All right, so I'm going to pull some cards for anybody who wants a card. Just put your hand up if you know how to do the little hand thing on your screen, or you can just say in the chat that you want a card. And I'll pull a card for you just for guidance on what to do to move forward or to release. And I'm going to be pulling from my Moonology oracle cards. So they have these beautiful moon patterns on them. Okay, so I'm just going to go by the order of what I see on my computer screen. So looks like, Deb, you're the first one that I see on my screen. So I'll pull one for you first. Guidance for you going forward. Okay, so the card you got, Deb, is, let me see. It says, nothing will come of this situation, and it's the void of course moon card. And I'll read to you what it means.
Okay.
So void of course moon. Okay. In a form of astrology known as horary, where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded. A void of course moon means nothing will come of this matter, or this situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news depending on what you're asking. For example, if you're worried about something, whatever it is, this card can be taken as a sign that there is nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so you can get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change that with both your behavior and beliefs. And to attune to this moon card, the affirmation is, I trust in my highest good. So this card, it could also mean just kind of like the surrender card. It could also mean that whatever that you're trying to control or have a certain expectation or outcome about it's just really letting go and allowing it to unfold as it should, and knowing that it will unfold exactly as it's meant in your highest good. So being okay with that and letting go of it.
Okay.
So I think
Thank you. Thank you, C.
You're welcome. Okay, so let me see who's next. I believe next on my screen is Donna Marie. So pulling a card for Donna Marie for some guidance. Okay, Donna Marie, yours is, let's see if I can get it to show up a little bit. There we go. So yours is the Balsamic Moon, a time for healing. So I'll read to you what it says. The Balsamic Moon. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and to soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender. Start to work on your belief and your dreams so you're ready for when the time comes. And to attune to this moon card, the affirmation for you is, when one is healed, all are healed. So, Dawn Marie, I believe what this card is calling for you to do is to really go within yourself and do that inner healing, the inner work, and truly detangle whatever it is that is still lingering there for you, and allow yourself to see it in a different light and in a different way, and in order for you to release it. And as you do, you'll notice that the other person around you or that is involved in this situation will naturally resolve itself or, work out itself. So that's what this card is calling for you to do. I hope that resonated with you.
Thank you. That really helps.
Awesome. I think the next person that I see is Krista, and then it'll be Arlene after that. Okay. So let's pull a card for Krista. Oh, I love this one. Okay. So yours is the full moon in Cancer. And it says a personal issue reaches resolution on your card. Oh, I can already feel the energy of this one. So it was full moon in Cancer. Things are likely to get very heated as the full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. And to attune to this moon card, your affirmation is, it may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. Ooh. Krista, I believe this card is saying, because Cancer is it has to do with emotions and being more on the sensual side, is to really come at this situation or maybe this particular person with a lot of love and a lot of holding space for that person and allowing them to, express their side of things and their story, and kind of taking that in with love so that you can process it and then be able to give back or return your input in a elevated and loving way. So just coming at the situation in a more tender way is basically what this card is about. So I hope this card resonates for you. You're welcome. The next person I'm going to pull a card for is Arlene. Arlene, the card for guidance for you. Oh, wait, is she still here? Uh-oh. Let me see. Maybe she accidentally got kicked out. I hope she didn't. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll let her back in. Hi, Arlene. You just got to you. Oh, wait, she's still connecting. There you are. We're just about to pull a card for you, okay? So your card for guidance for you. Okay, so you got the full moon in Taurus, which says on there, your dreams need a practical plan. And what it says. Full moon in Taurus. Okay. Full moon in Taurus. Okay, so it says sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it. But you need to balance that with taking down-to-earth steps toward your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. So to attune to this moon, you're actually going to have to take some action. It says to write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. So I think what this card is saying, Arlene, to you is that you need to get back to grounding yourself and working through any negative feelings you've been dealing with and finding that passion, that balance between the passion that you have and taking the practical steps towards it. Not just saying, I want this, but making it clear for you what exactly you're going to do to get towards that path that you're wanting and taking action on it day by day with your little task list. This is what I'm going to do to get there first. And then this is going to come second, third, fourth, fifth. So making that plan because Taurus is a very methodical sign and they achieve things by making sure that it is well thought out and planned out, and then taking the action to make sure that it comes to fruition. So I believe that card is what it's saying for you. So hopefully that resonates for you. I don't know if anybody else wants a card, but I believe I got everybody that had their hand raised or said they wanted a card. If there's anybody else that wants a card, let me know. If not, I'm going to just end this session for the card reading and then we'll have some closing comments. Oh, okay, so it looks like Connor wants a card. Oh, and Lynette wants a card, okay. So let me go with Connor first. I saw his hand raised up and then I saw Lynette's comment come after. So Connor, you got the waning moon card. And it says on there, what do you need to release? It's probably pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to read it for you anyways. For the waning moon. So waning moon. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, for better or worse. And it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. So to attune to this card, it says the affirmation for you is, it's safe to let go and move on. So what I believe this card is saying for you, Connor, is that whatever's coming up for you, it's already past its time. It's on its expiration date. So you choose what you're going to do with it. Let it go and release it, or just no longer continue with it because it doesn't serve you to sit in that energy. And you just have to make that choice of if you're going to let it go or you're going to sit in that energy and continue. And it's obviously in your best interest to release it and let it go and just be at peace, knowing that it's unfolding in the highest good for you. Even if the situation doesn't resolve itself, if you set the intention to let go of it and release it, it's already out of your field, it's out of your energy. It's something that you no longer need to hold on to. Okay. So hopefully that card resonates for you and helps you out of what's next for you. Nancy. Oh, okay. So Nancy, usually the raise your hand feature is at the bottom of your screen, and you click on the reactions button, I believe, and it has a button that says raise hand. So next time you can try that if you can find it on your screen, but I got it that you're wanting a card too. So I'm going to pull one for Lynette, who's next. So Lynette, a card for you. Oh, so Lynette, it's funny because you have the same card that Deb had earlier. It's the void of course moon. Nothing will come of this situation. And I'll reread it just so that you can hear it again. And maybe we're just all kind of needing it if this card's kind of coming up again. So I'm just going to read it again so that we can really get to digest this, okay? So it says, in a form of astrology known as horary, where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded. A void of course moon means nothing will come of this matter, or this situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news depending on what you are asking. For example, if you're worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there's nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations and change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change this with your both behavior and beliefs. And the affirmation for this card is, I trust in my highest good. And again, this card, I believe, just means surrendering to the divine. It gives me that same feeling where you really have to just see things as they are and allow them to unfold as they are, letting go of the situation, not trying to create more from this. It's like the saying, you're beating on a dead horse. So it's done. The situation's over. And it's now time for you to release it, let it go, and trust in the divine that your highest good will be coming to you. So that's kind of what that card means. And so hopefully that resonates for you, Lynette. Nancy, I will be pulling a card for you next, and then I'll pull a collective one. That's going to be 3 cards so that you guys can. No worries, Deb. Thank you so much for coming. If you guys have to hop off, go for it. I'm just finishing up the card pulling, and then you guys, can hop off if you have to, okay? But thank you so much for showing up.
Thank you so much, C. It was absolutely wonderful. I loved it. And thank you for the card pulling. And I want to say the second time you read it, even more was revealed to me. So that was lovely that both of us had the same card because it was great. So beautiful ceremony. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, Deb. Thanks for coming. All right. So now we're going to pull a card for Nancy. Nancy. Oh, wow. know, okay, this is obviously the theme of tonight. So we got the full moon card and it says surrender to the divine. And basically the whole night, the whole thing was about surrendering, right? And releasing and letting go. Man. All right, I'll read to you what that card means, okay, Nancy? So it's the full moon card. Let's see. Okay, so the very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed, but it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some sort of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface no matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. And to attune to this moon card, your affirmation is, I am getting the answers I need. So what this card, I believe, means, Nancy, is, especially with the full moon, is you're going to feel everything very intensely. You're going to see things come up for you that's going to come up over and over and over. And it's not to irritate you and like make you agitated, but it's for you to see. It's like, hey, look at me. And that's what the full moon's all about. It happens so that you can see what's going on in your life. If this person or situation keeps happening and over in front of you, it's meant for you to look at and, you know, pay attention to and start acknowledging it. First and foremost is just seeing it. You know, if it's like maybe your mom who keeps, you know, shaming you for whatever reason, like for example, right? Your mom shaming you for whatever reason, it keeps coming up over and over and over. And so maybe it's something for you to look at and not, you know, push it aside and you know, discard it and discount it, because it's really coming up for you to heal. It's really coming up for you to address. And that's what surrendering to the divine really means, is it's coming up. You're surrendering all of this baggage that does not serve you anymore. So I hope this makes sense, and I hope this resonates with you, and hopefully it helps you. So, oh, okay. Nancy says, oh, wow, great advice. Gives me something to look forward to. Yes. So I just want to pull 3 cards for you guys, just as a collective thing. And I'm sure, I have a feeling it might be like the same thing because it's been happening all night for all of us. And just know that if I'm pulling a card for someone else and you seem to kind of resonate with it, it's probably because it's also meant for you. Okay. But this is just like for everybody, 3 cards for us to focus on and move forward with. So 3 cards for the collective. And this might help you on what to work on next. Okay. Well, I was right. So the first one, I believe, is telling us what's happening now. It's the Void of Course Moon card. It's what Lynette and Deb got. And we already know what that says. It says nothing will come of this situation. And again, it's just letting you know that we need to release what we need to release, let go of our expectations, and surrender and move forward. And then the second one is saying, work through your fears. It's the new moon in Scorpio. I love the energy of Scorpio. So new moon in Scorpio is working through your fears. Basically, what it's saying is whatever that is troubling you, that makes you scared, move towards that and start working on that, start healing that, start taking it deeper. So it's not saying you're not already doing it. You might be already doing whatever it is you need to be doing, but maybe going deeper, asking why until there's no more, no other way to ask why. Okay, getting deeper than you have ever gotten, because Scorpio is a very, very deep sign. And I'll read what it means to you guys so that you guys can just have an idea. But the full moon in Scorpio, it says, if you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotionally intense time, since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all of your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. For some, however, this card has a totally different meaning, meaning your sex life can improve now if you make an effort. Use your magic. You have all you need inside you to bring about your desired result. And then to tune to this card, it says, emote. It's all better out than in. So release, release, release. Got to work with your fears to release it. And the last card that I got was for the collective was the waxing moon. And it says the energy is gaining momentum. So I'll read what that card means, and then I'll let you guys know what I think it means. What is it? Waxing. Okay, during the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. This card is a very positive omen, indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of. Though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up, emotions are building too. Where do you want to go? And do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. And to attune to this card is, I know I'm headed in the right direction. So what this card really is it's kind of showing off the energy of the Leo, where, having that courage and acting on it and making things happen for yourself. Taking that leap, like I was talking about earlier. All right, so I hope all these cards resonated with you guys, and I hope the ceremony helped release a couple things you guys need to let go of tonight. Just know that the moon cycles come every 30 days. So there's always going to be a full moon and a new moon. And this is our time to really release and call in what we want with all these moon cycles. So I hope that you guys join me next time. Thank you so much for showing up today. I do want to let you guys know that if any one of you guys feel called to go deeper and you want to get some more clarity on some things that you're going through, or maybe you're at a point in your life where you're kind of not knowing which direction to take. I am doing a special right now because it's February. I will be doing an extra special price for anyone who wants to get an Akashic reading done. And for those of you who don't know what an Akashic reading is, basically is like a reading that comes directly from your soul. So you get to find out what's going on with your soul and what they're wanting you to do to release things and how to detangle, move through that situation. So that's kind of what Akashic readings are, and I just help you facilitate that and make that connection when you do the readings. So if you're interested, you can reach out to me via Facebook, or some of you guys have my email or my phone number. You can just text me, is fine too. So thank you so much, you guys. If you guys have anything else to share, or if you just want to open the lines and say bye to each other, we'll go ahead and do that. Thank you, Lynette, for coming, and Nancy.
Thank you.
And
Everybody have a great week.
Yeah, everyone have a great week. Krista, you too.
You too.